besties, and welcome back to Spill the Tea, Bestie. I'm Mercedes.
And I'm Brew, and today's episode is extra special because we're celebrating the most wonderful time of the year, spooky season.
We're going to be sharing some of our own personal spooky encounters, and then also reacting to some Reddit stories that were like Halloween themed.
So let's get into it.
Well, I would say we had like a spooky experience together. Well,
Well, I guess, yes, we were together.
we were technically together, but it really happened to you. I
It really
was just a
did.
bystander.
You were a by-sleeper. You were not a stander at that point. You were so asleep. Like, oh my god, the way that you could sleep through anything is truly amazing. It's truly incredible. It's just, yeah, it's amazing.
I have slept through a tornado.
Exactly, folks.
Literally.
Like, this woman, once she's asleep, she is dead to the world. She's gone. It doesn't matter. You could shout her name. No effect. Right?
No, yeah, I have to agree.
You could call her like 10 times. No effect. Nothing. Alarms, nothing, right? Okay, so she's dead asleep. It's the middle of the night. We're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
Okay, in the middle of nowhere, Texas.
We were like in a cabin that was rented for us by my current boss, her old boss. And it was like a teacher retreat, and we were in the mother-in-law house. So we were like tucked away off to the side, small little
Like out in the woods.
Yeah, like
Ish.
little, but anyways, we ended up getting bunk beds.
Oh, God.
And Bree, being Bree, refused to get on the top bunk, and so I told her, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll sleep on the top bunk." It was a mistake for her.
No, I don't know. Honestly, maybe it's a good thing, because imagine if I was up there and I woke up to that, right? And then, like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Because again, she sleeps like she's gone elsewhere. Okay, like she's no longer in her body. She's that asleep. So like, I think from where I was, the perspective that I had was a good safe distance for me. You know.
Well, so
Yeah.
okay, so in these bunk beds, they had like little alcoves.
Mine had boogers.
into the wall.
It was a very nice feature.
Into the wall.
And dead bugs. In the sheets.
Hence why she couldn't sleep on the bottom bunk.
So I didn't sleep in the bed.
Yeah. So it had these little alcoves. It had like a little shelf, and then it had like a little light switch, and each like bed of the bunk bed had like a little reading light up top. And Bree again was not sleeping in the bed, so she was sleeping on the couch, which was across
the room.
Yeah, like across from it, so you could like still see clear as day, like the bunk
Everything.
beds.
You could see the whole.
Yeah. And well, I mean, I was asleep, so
Case in point. Exactly.
you need to.
I don't even know. I couldn't sleep, obviously. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, 2 a.m, 3 a.m, something
Yeah.
like that. And I'm like scrolling on my phone, as one does when they can't sleep at that hour. And all of a sudden, there's like this flickering at the corner of my eye. I'm like, that's interesting. And so I look and it stops, right? And it's like, I'm like, okay, I'm just imagining it, whatever. And so like I go back to scrolling, and then no, like it starts again. It starts flashing this time, like really intensely. And oh my god, we have this on camera. Also, I filmed this.
We do.
Because at this point, I was like, nah, something is up. Okay. I was like, she's snoring. She's sawing some logs. Okay, she's out. She's gone. So I knew like she wasn't messing with me.
No.
So of course, like I called out. I'm like, Mercedes.
Right.
Mercedes, get up. Wake up. Nothing. And like, I don't know how long this went on for. Like several minutes. Like probably 5 minutes. It was just going on. And she's again, dead to the world. Looks like she's in her coffin and is getting like abducted by the spirits from above. Honestly, it's...
Oh my gosh.
And I was so ready. After that, I was like close to tears because that had been a rough day for me. Okay?
Yeah.
With the discovery of the bunk bed situation. And like, it was just not going well for me at that point.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. And so I was like, I was ready to drive back home, like an hour and a half away at 3 a.m. I was so sad. I was so...
I remember, okay, so I remember going to bed, and then I remember hearing you calling my name, and you're like, turn off the light.
Yeah.
And I remember like going, okay, and like pressing the thing, but it was already pressed like
it was already
down.
off. It was already
off.
The light was off.
And I literally turned to her. I was like, it was already off. And I clicked it on and then back off again, and it finally turned off. I don't know if did it continue happening after that?
Yes.
Oh.
It did, in fact.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Like these things are normal for me, so it doesn't like freak me out. And like, I remember you telling me like the next morning, and you're like, that doesn't freak you out. And I was like, no.
He's like, no, that's not the first time it's happened. I was like, excuse me? Excuse me? What do you mean? What do you mean? Because this is also, I think, one of the first times like we had like stayed somewhere together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh my God. Was that back in like when was that? 2022?
It was after COVID.
It had to be 2022 then.
I think it was 2022.
Oh my God, wait, now I want to know. Now I want to know. Let me see.
It was pretty funny.
It was not, in fact, funny. That's not how I would describe it. You know?
Okay. For me, it was pretty funny.
When was that? Like January? Is that when that was?
No, it had to have been like November.
No.
Yeah, because it was before it was for us to brainstorm about recital. You're like one of my friends. Like, I cannot just call you. I have to FaceTime you.
Right. No, like when you answered the phone the other day in the ball game.
Okay.
Just, so casually. Just like, hey, guess what I got? And I was like, I see that. That's fantastic. It was amazing.
Backstory.
It was great.
For my team, this actually upcoming Saturday, it'll be past Saturday by the time this comes out.
Oh, that's good.
We are doing a dress up practice, and they're
January 7th, 2024.
Whoa. Weird.
Wait. Whoa. That is weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It is a flash-in.
No, but you see how it started off like real dim, just a little flickering, right? Just a little something.
And then I got angrier.
And then at one point you can hear her snoring. Oh my God. And this is only the first bit. This goes on for
quite a while.
A very long time.
But this Saturday, the girls are dressing up as minions.
This is going to be so cute. You better take pictures.
There will be pictures and TikToks.
It's going to be iconic.
And somehow I let my kids convince me to be Brew. Which, if you did not know, he is bald. He's got big ass brows.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I got down.
You got the brows.
I got the brows.
You do, for sure.
Yeah. And he wears like all black and like a little like black and gray scarf.
Yeah. Did you get the scarf?
I got the scarf.
I love it.
I got his big ass nose, and I have the bald cap.
I love it. I can't wait.
It's gonna be pretty funny. No, but yeah, like stuff like that is really like normal to me. I've been around it a lot, actually. Like, okay, Melissa actually brought this up to me.
Was a which Mercedes? Can you imagine? That'd be so great.
I love
watched
it.
that spinoff. Yeah.
You'd watch it sit up.
I would.
Could you imagine it
That would
me
be
in that
so-
world?
That would no. You would have just like decked Malfoy like day one, and just been like,
I'm sorry. I was actually a Malfoy girl.
"Oh my god, wait, aren't you a Slytherin though?"
Yeah.
Oh god, no. Okay.
I'm a Slytherin.
Oh my god.
Uh,
No, that totally tracks for you with the gaslighting and everything. You so totally are. You're such
Oh
a
my
Slytherin.
I feel like this is like the second week we brought up me gaslighting
It
everyone.
is 2 weeks in a row because it happens
Oh
often.
my gosh.
Anyway.
Only when we play games.
Oh, you sure? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
It's only.
It might be. It might be other times too.
Okay.
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah. No, but I've I've always had like a blase
Affinity?
reaction to like
Affinity
things
to
like
the
that.
paranormal.
Yeah, and like so what I was thinking earlier is Melissa and I were actually just talking about this. That she was like, I just love your reactions to everything. Like, you just don't panic whatsoever. And I was like, no, I do, but I can't control like what's out of my control. So like, why am I gonna panic over it?
Valid.
You know what I mean? So like, there's no need to like it's not gonna fix the situation. Like,
See, that's the thing. That's my problem with it. Is like I don't know how to fix the situation. When I'm in that situation, I don't know how to fix it, and I don't like that.
Yeah, but throwing a hissy fit is not gonna fix it.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I don't. I didn't. Clearly, I kept my cool.
yeah,
I kept
yeah.
my cool.
No, but like
Hey.
so
So
my first like spooky, if you will, encounter.
the third guy. No, I'm just kidding.
It was a good movie though.
Yeah, man.
So my mom thought I had an imaginary friend. Like this, I was constantly talking to like nothing, playing with nothing, giggling, like kid things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I was maybe 3,
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3, somewhere around there. And my mom was like, I'm curious to like, let me ask her just for like shits and giggles. And so she came up to
Sure.
me and she was like, oh, who are you always talking and playing with? And so I was like, my friend. And I was like, oh, really? Like, describe your friend. What do they look like? And according to my mother, and everyone else in my family, I described to a T my great grandfather who passed away years before I was even conceived. So,
We love that.
yeah. And like, we didn't really have pictures of him around. Like, I would have had to have gone into like an actual like album. Which if you're too young to know what that is.
Oh my god. Are there kids that don't know what that is? No.
Yeah. I mean, like, they don't print out, they don't have film.
No, but
or
that's like so sad, actually.
isn't that like
It's really sad.
so it's a book where you would keep all of your printed out like photos from like the films and like your crank cameras that you would turn in at like
Your
the
little
fucking
Kodak.
Walgreens.
Yeah. Ugh. We always used to do Target. That was like our little treat. We'd go to Target and get the film developed and go shop for an hour. Just 1 hour though. My mom was smart. She knew if we spent longer than an hour in there, she was going to break down and buy us stuff. So we had to cut it at an hour. Once the photos were ready, it was time to go.
I love it.
Yeah. Man, what an experience. Though.
Yeah.
What a time.
Yeah, but yeah, like I also tried to I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would grab frozen waffles out of the freezer and I would try to feed them to all my other friends that I acquired as I got older.
Funny. Why the frozen waffles though? Did they specifically ask? Or
no,
were you like, you know
I'm pretty
what?
sure because I was obsessed with like partially frozen waffles when I was a kid.
You know what? Those slap though.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you let it defrost just like a little
With
bit.
like a little bit of
So there's
peanut butter,
still like a
though?
little bit of snap. I'm not
Yeah.
a peanut butter on my waffles, girl.
But like frozen ones. Because then it's like different?
I don't know.
Because, yeah, peanut butter just on straight up, like, warm waffles, no, straight to jail. No. That's nasty. If you do that, that's wrong. Julian does that. It's gross. And then he'll put banana ew, no.
My
Okay.
mother does this.
Gross.
She puts she puts peanut butter and jelly on her French toast and her pancakes and her waffles. But do you want to know my favorite way of eating my pancakes? And it's like so like childhood coded for me.
With chocolate chips and whipped cream? No. Okay. I don't know.
No, you do plain like buttermilk pancakes. I take my fork and I stab holes in the top of it. Then you pour half and half. Well, you put butter on there. Then you do half and half and then sprinkle sugar on top.
What?
Yeah, it's so good.
What?
The pancakes like soak up the half and half, and so it's almost like tres leches.
Oh my god,
it's so good, bro.
That's so funny. I've never heard of that.
And
that is not where I thought you were going with that.
Surprisingly, this was not from like my Hispanic family. This is how my great grandmother ate her pancakes.
Oh, funny.
And me and her were like this. Like, we were tight.
Your great-grandma? Mm-hmm. You knew your great-grandma?
Yeah, she was still alive. She did not pass away until I was in middle school.
Oh, wow. Dang.
Yeah,
dude.
she lived for, like, fucking ever.
Jeez.
And I loved it. I loved her.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She was a feisty woman.
They always are.
And then later...
abuelitas.
And later on, my grandmother... This is all on my mom's side, by the way. This is the
Nana.
Yeah, Nana.
We love Nana. She's
Nana's
so
great.
sweet.
Nana's
so
great.
Sweet. Yeah.
But this is on my mom's side of the family. Okay, all the European white that you can think of. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Truly. But my grandmother was going through like tubs of our family tree and old like records and everything, and she still had a lot of my great grandmother's stuff mixed in there. So she found these letters, and they were all addressed to her, but it wasn't from my great grandfather. Like and so, like, we start reading these letters.
Oh, no.
Yes. We started reading these letters.
Oh, my gosh.
And she was writing to different men that were in the military. Because back then, they had to handwrite letters and post them out. And she was writing letters to different men. And there was this one that was, like, real consistent. And saying that he loved her, like, all of this stuff, right? And so we found out that like my great grandmother was a slut, and I love it.
Oh my god,
I love it.
Maybe that's why your great grandfather came back to haunt you.
No, he's always been my guardian angel.
Do you think he knows about the affairs?
Oh, he does now.
He's probably got to know.
Yeah, he like for sure knows.
Do you think he knew like when they were alive?
Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay,
yeah. So, what this did was my grandmother was going through the dates, right?
Right. Okay. Yes, this is where you get your...
Yes, okay. On my mom's... Skills. On her side of the family, on my mom's mom's side of the family, right?
Yeah.
The firstborn girl gets the middle name Anne.
Okay.
That's why my mom is Leslie Ann.
Right.
And then I'm Mercedes Ann.
Right.
Which is not my middle name, but
right.
I digress.
Yeah.
I have the longest name in history. But my grandmother is technically not the oldest.
Oh.
My great aunt Kathy is the oldest. But she never got the middle name Ann. They gave it to my grandmother.
¿Por qué?
So, when she was born, she was actually born before they got married.
Oh, dang.
Yes. My grandmother was going through all the records and, like, figured it out. And so now...
Wow.
They think that she's not even like she's only a half sister.
Oh.
And that's why they didn't pass on the name to her.
Oh my God.
Because I guess it was from like my great grandfather's family or something.
Wow.
And so they don't think
Oh my gosh,
my
that's
great aunt
like...
Kathy is actually my great grandfather's. Isn't that crazy?
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And my grandmother said like she remembers like there's this guy that lived like down the road.
What if it was the guy that she was writing the letters with?
There was a guy that lived down the road.
Stop.
And my grandmother remembers like him and my great grandfather like always beefing hard. Yeah. So her assumption is that she thinks he moved, either he came back or he moved there for my grandmother.
Oh my God.
And then ended up like staying through all that.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Like,
dude, what?
I wish I could like
interview them?
sit down. Yes. I want to sit them down
and
and
get like a Ouija board and ask them.
No, bitch. We do not.
We don't do that.
We don't touch those. We don't touch
Not here.
those.
Not in this house.
No.
I would never.
No.
You should not. You should definitely not. But
okay, so
there's a medium. You should ask a medium.
Maybe. There's a crystal shop that's in Leander that
beach crystals.
And it's supposed to, they have like a psychic medium that works there. She like works in that. I know, I've been wanting to go.
You know how long I've been wanting to go get like a reading done? Yes. Since like last year.
Okay, we need to.
Okay, we need to go.
We need to go.
Okay, when are we gonna go?
We'll discuss this after.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm so serious though.
No, but yeah, so like crazy ass shit, man. Crazy ass shit. But there is a backstory behind the Ouija board. Ugh. So when my when my mother was like in high school, her and like her friend who was like down the road, her friend's parents were going out of town. And so they were...
Classic start to any horror movie, mind you.
Yes. And so she was staying at my mom's place.
And back in the day.
Yeah. My grandparents were just like making sure she didn't like die or was kidnapped or something. Well, because they were just like down the road, I think like maybe like a couple houses down is what my mom said. They let them stay by themselves at her house with no parentals around. Okay. Well, they decide, let's make a Ouija board. And so they hand make out a Ouija board. They use a shot glass. And they use red fucking ink. Okay? Which, if you do not know, there's like certain ways for you to make a Ouija board to make them like more powerful, to like reach out more. And like all three of those things are on that said list. And like, of course, they dimmed the lights. I think they turned like certain lights on and like certain lights kept off.
Sure.
Lit candles everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. And they start talking on the Ouija board. And like my mom's friend, her grandmother had passed away. And she was constantly seeing like a shadow outside her door at night going past back and forth across the doorway. And so apparently they met who told them to call them number one. Okay.
Number one.
He supposedly connected them with the friend's grandmother. And they were talking to her. So like this is over a course, I want to say like 2 or 3 days of them literally talking on this Ouija board with these entities. And long story short on the conversation, basically she was like, is that you, Grandma? Like outside my door, like I see you at night and like going back and forth. And she's like, yes. And she's like, well, what are you doing? And so she's like asking like questions like that. Well, on the last night, she asked her like, what are you doing? And apparently her grandmother said, protecting you. And she said, protecting me from what? And the board just spelled out, it's too late. He's there.
No, didn't it say I'm here or something?
No, it said he's there because it was the grandma talking to them. And they heard a big boom in the room. Obviously, this is like San Antonio, Texas, so like uber religious family. Okay. Back in like the 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
And so so they had a lot of like religious fixtures on the wall and a bunch of crosses and everything. And they had like a tapestry of like the Last Supper. And when the boom happened, all of it dropped off the wall, all the crosses, everything, and the candles blew out. And they heard footsteps.
Nope. No.
And so they literally did the reasonable thing and they bolted out of there, right? And then they swore never again. They weren't going to do it ever again. Well, fast forward. My mom's younger brother, my uncle, him and his best friend, my uncle Tommy, they're still best friends to this day. But they come home and my grandparents were going out and then my mom was supposed to be watching them alone at home. And they come in and they thought it was a bright idea to buy like a pre-made like Ouija board or whatever. And they were just gonna like dick around, right? Because like, oh, we're high school boys, whatever, right?
As boys do.
Yeah. And so they go in there, and my mom was like, "You need to get that shit out of here. Like, I'm not playing. Like, don't mess around with it. Toss it out there, burn it, get rid of it." And he was like, "Why the fuck are you tripping so hard? Like, it's just a stupid board." Like, he wasn't like a believer at all. Well, I guess apparently they were in his room on the fucking Ouija board because he comes out later and he said, "Hey sis, who's number one? And why did he just tell me to tell you hi?" And my mom was like, "Get the fuck out of here right now." She busted in that room. She was like, "You're getting rid of this. Get this out of the house now."
Awful.
Yeah. And like, we're pretty sure he probably follows her.
Well, she has dreams from time to time, like spooky dreams from time to time about it. Yeah. Like,
runs in the family.
Was it her sister that was possessed?
No, that was their cousin.
Oh,
so like
okay.
It would be like a great cousin or like a second cousin. Second cousin.
Great cousin.
Yeah, a great cousin.
I think second cousin.
I think that's considered a second cousin.
I think it's a second cousin. Yeah. Yeah.
It's my mom's cousin.
Yeah.
So what would...
I think that's a second cousin.
Okay. Well, probably. She was like fully, like full demonic possession, speaking in languages she never knew, and tongues, like had a deep voice, was violent, like full 9 yards, had to get an exorcism done. Like they had priests come in and do an exorcism on her. And yeah, and my grandparents decided, okay, my mom's dad's side of the family is from New Mexico, which is the cousin that was possessed, right? And my grandparents went down and they came back up and they're like, "Oh, we got you this dream catcher," because they know that we like dream catchers. Though the concept of them is that they're supposed to catch the bad dreams, right? And then like give you good dreams. Well, my mom put the dream catcher up above her bed, and ever since then she had started having nightmares, like violent nightmares, right? Mm-hmm. Well, at the time it was her fiance. Now he's an ex-fiance. But he was like constantly trying to like having to like wake her up and like, "You're thrashing in the bed." And so my mom called my grandparents and like, "I don't know what to do. Like, I've been having these weird, like violent dreams. Like they're crazy. I can't get any sleep." And my grandmother was like, "Where did you hang the dream catcher?" She was like, "Above my bed. Why?" And she's like, oh, well, that was from Cynthia's room. And my mom was like, why the fuck would you give me a dream catcher
Wait,
that was in the room of someone possessed?
I'm sorry?
Yes! And then my grandfather was just like, oh, just flip it around, it'll reverse it.
No.
And my mom was like, what the actual fuck? So she goes to bed that night going like, I don't know what I'm fucking gonna do.
Oh my god, no.
And I was like across the way. And they had the bedroom door shut. Well, she started having a violent dream. In her dream, she saw my great grandmother sitting in a chair, like in like an abandoned like warehouse looking type thing, right? And so she goes up to her and she was like, Grandma, what are you doing here? She's like, I'm trying to protect you. And she was like, protect me from what? And get this fucking shit. She said she tells her it's too late. He's already there.
Oh god, I hate this part. I hate
Doesn't the line sound a little familiar?
I hate this part.
Yes. And so she wakes up with a jolt out of her dream. She turns to James, and he was like, her ex-fiance, and he was like shaking her to try to get her up. And she like bolts up, and she's like, you brought it here. Because he woke her up.
Mm-hmm.
So the dog that we had at the time was, I think it was Destiny or Dakota. I can't remember. I want to say it was actually Dakota. Either way, dogs started going crazy in their room, right? Now, mind you, again, just like to reiterate, I sleep like a fucking log. So, like, I'm not awake for this. I don't wake up a single time. But Mom said that they started hearing pacing outside the bedroom door in the living room in the apartment.
Nope.
And they could see the shadow going back and forth.
No.
Yeah, and like I can't remember how they got it to leave, but they came to check on me, and I was fine, passed out,
dead to the world.
Dead to the world.
Oh my god.
And so I didn't even realize anything had happened until after. And so that next day, Mom flipped around the dream catcher, and she stopped having nightmares. And so she was like, oh, okay, it's done. And then our neighbor, who the master bedroom walls backed up to each other in this apartment floor plan, and we're really close with our neighbor. And my mom, I guess a few days later, was talking to her, and she was like, damn, like, I've been having some like crazy ass dreams. Like, I don't know where they're coming from. And I can't sleep. I'm like waking up, and I'm like in a panic. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Terrible.
And Mom goes, oh my god. And so they took the dream catcher and threw it out.
Yeah, that is straight up possessed.
So
I can't believe from the possessed cousin's bedroom, like,
yeah, they really tried to do us dirty with that, though.
I'm sorry. Like,
that was so like I remember Mom telling me what was going on, and I was like, why would they give us a dream catcher like that?
What was that?
Oh, I think it was a cat. I don't think
it was a cat?
I think it was a cat. There was a shadow. We're good.
No, I need you to go check. Check right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on.
Listen, you're not gonna... It's 2:37 a.m. You gonna miss me with that bullshit. That better be Yuri.
Okay, so
Anyway,
you
had a plenty of spookies to go around.
Absolutely.
My spookies aren't nearly as spooky, I think, as your spooky. Well, I mean, like, I don't know, maybe equally. Well, for me, scary. Okay,
it's subjective.
It's subjective, but like less paranormal, I think, and more just like weird.
Okay,
you know, like, yeah, man. So when Skylar and I were kids, right, we lived in the country, out in the middle, like, of nowhere, right? And we lived in this giant circle, so there was like maybe 10 or 15 houses.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of us kids would like get together and go do like country kid stuff out in the summertime, you know? So we'd explore, go find like snakes and like lizards and whatnot, rocks and stuff. And there was like this ridge behind our house. And it kind of had like trees, but it was pretty tall. So it was like prairie and then trees, right? And so one day we got the bright idea to like go back there because it was just like empty land, you know? And so we're like looking around. We found like a bunch of like skeletons, which is not unusual. Like cows die all the time in the country. Like, you know,
coyotes or whatever.
Yeah, I think there was like a horse or something, like a horse skeleton. And then we were just like walking, and then all of a sudden there's like this really steep like cliff drop off, like probably 30 feet that you couldn't see until you were like right on it. Yeah. And one of our friends like almost fell in it. So we were like, ooh, like that's a little,
it's a little sketch.
A little sketch, like, you know. So at that point, like it was a little weird at that point, you know. And so we're like looking around, exploring, just like trespassing as kids do, you know,
onto private property,
you know, or whatever. And then we just look in the trees, and it's like really quiet also, mind you. It's really quiet. The middle of the summertime, and it's like the middle of the day. Is so quiet. Like no birds, no like crickets, no bugs, no like nothing, right? Eerie, and very like still. And so then we look over into the trees and then just see this giant, like dark figure walk across the tree line, maybe like, I don't know, like 100 yards away from us. Ooh. And there was like 4 of us, and we all just like looked at each other, and we were like, mm-mm. And we ran, dude. I don't like to run, okay? One thing about me, I've never liked running. I never wanted to play soccer. I didn't do sports, okay? I hated running. I ran the whole way home, okay? Like, and again, we're out in the country. Like, this ain't close, okay?
She's in life or death, like, fight or flight situation.
No, so seriously. Like, all 4 of us just, like, screaming ran maybe, like, half a mile back to the house, just full sprint.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And we were terrified. We never went back. We never went back, okay? I don't know what I saw. It was definitely, like, human-shaped. And, like, very large. Like, very large.
Could have been, I don't know.
There's many possibilities.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Because, like, if we're going to be honest, like, it could be on Indian reservation land.
Okay, no. Okay, wait. There's more to that story. It's funny you say that.
Oh.
It's funny you say that because we found, like, arrowheads all the time out there. And then my mom used to hear this, like, humming noise, like, fairly often. We're like, Mom, you're going crazy. Like, but for, like, years, she would hear this, like, humming or, like, like, resonance, right? And then one time she was out in like the fields with the alpacas, and all of a sudden she had a vision, just like, again, in the middle of the day, broad daylight. She had this vision of like this Indian guy, like Native American, right?
Yeah.
Walking towards her, like in the fields.
Oh.
And then after that, the sound stopped.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bro.
Dude.
Yeah.
I love how spot on I can be sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, stuff like that happens all the time, like, on, like, places, especially places
like
that, like,
rural places.
Used to be Native American land, and it was stolen from them.
Sadly, yes.
But, my people. But, yeah, like, and then people, like, modern society has, like, built on top of it, and it's just, like, either, like, on top of, like, a burial ground, so you're getting all of the residual spirits from that, or like
there were teepee circles like all over out there.
Oh
yeah, you know? Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was like something Native American. It could have been, depending on like what tribe was in that area. They have like different things. So like it could have been like a skinwalker, or like a shadow man, like a shadow person, or something. Like you never know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'll never know. But it was really creepy. And actually, you know who's got more like spooky stories about that is Skylar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was like visited a few times. Yeah.
By like a shadow person?
By a shadow person. Yeah.
Fuck that.
He's never told you those stories?
No.
Oh my god. That's because he never participates. Skylar, you never participate.
Is he even gonna watch this?
I'll guilt him into it.
Oh my gosh.
No, but yeah, he's probably had more spooky encounters than I have.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah, like not so much me. Again, not so much me. I'm kind of like removed from it. Slightly.
Luckily.
Thankfully. I don't think I'm meant to.
No.
I'm not meant to handle that.
No.
Okay. But yeah, I guess the other experience that I had, the other spooky experience was with Julian in Oklahoma. In Oklahoma. Yes. Again, it was about this time in the morning. And so backstory. So we're driving to my dad's. We lived in Colorado at the time. We were driving to Indiana because we were poor college kids who couldn't afford plane tickets. So we're like, we'll just drive.
Yeah.
Right. We ended up having to go through Oklahoma because there was a snowstorm in Kansas. So we couldn't drive through Kansas because if you know, you know. Yeah, you can't drive in the snow. It's just not a good time. Oh, and we had Julian's little Honda.
Oh my gosh.
So that was like our best option at the time was his Honda.
Let's take a detour.
Yeah, so we're like, let's just not. So let's go the extra, we'll go through Oklahoma. It's fine. Neither of us ever driven through Oklahoma. Okay, so we get down. We're going over the Colorado Lake State line, right? And we're about to like go into Oklahoma. And again, it's really dark. Like it's the middle of the night in the middle of nowhere, the Panhandle. Yeah, mind you, it's the Panhandle. And so we're like driving for a little bit, and it's like 2-lane highways, right? Out.
Yeah,
just literally, there's nothing out there.
Oh no, I know. We have lots of those here in Texas too.
There's nothing out there. Okay, and so we felt like we drove past the same like little creek river thing. Like 4 or 5 times. Like we saw the same sign like 4 or 5 times. And so we're like, that's kind of weird. Like, because the street just kept looking the same, right?
Yeah.
The street just kept looking the same. Okay. Like, and so it keeps going for a while. And we're just driving. And then dead in the middle of this 2-lane highway, there's a truck that's got his flashers on. And it's just stopped. Both its doors are open. There's no people. There's nobody around, nobody in sight. Headlights still on, flashing, and we were just like, nope. We were like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
As you should have been. Oh my, no. Yeah, I would see that and I'd be like, no, I've seen way too many scary movies for this bullshit. Like, I'm not playing this, like, even if it's not something like that, like,
even if it was something, complete. I mean, who knows?
Even if it was like people, that's even more scary.
But like, also, right? Like, why are you stopped dead in the middle?
Yeah,
both doors open, flashers, like, and then there's nobody around. Like nobody around.
No, thank you. I've seen Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I have seen Jeepers Creepers. No.
So we're like, the fuck with that. So we keep driving. We're going maybe like, I don't know, 15 minutes later. Again, pitch black, 2-lane highway, nothing out there. A giant white horse on the side of the road. Like, pure white horse.
You saw a unicorn?
On the side of the road. You know what? I hope it was a unicorn. Maybe that little unicorn protected us.
There you go.
I don't know. You know how many times I've seen, like, a pure white horse? And I grew up in the country for, like, 20 years.
Yeah, you don't really see them. They're not
very common.
No.
Like,
you'll get, like
a paint horse that's got like
and
stuff.
Yeah. Or like if you do like an Appaloosa too, because they
got the little spots.
Yeah.
But like pure white,
not really that common.
Not that common. And again, nothing else around it. Just the horse. No people. No. Yeah, you're just chilling on the side of the road, right? And so again, this was strike number 2. We were like, nope. So we just kept going. And then at some point, Oklahoma's long. Okay. Oklahoma's real long.
That's true. Yeah.
At some point, like, we had to pee. But again, middle of nowhere, there's nothing around. No gas stations, no civilization. It's just,
this is why I keep a roll of toilet paper in my car at all times. God.
And also, mind you, it was November.
Ooh, so it's like cold.
So it was like 45. It was windy. And like, let me tell you, this is why like I can't, I have such a hard time just going on the side of the road, because that was the scariest time of my life, in the cold, in the middle of Oklahoma, on the side of the road.
After you were seeing signs.
After we saw that creepy stuff. Okay. It was creepy. It was so creepy. I have never gone back to Oklahoma since then. And I don't know if I want to.
It's okay.
Honestly. Sorry.
You're a true Texan now.
I do. I love Texas.
If you didn't know, like, Oklahoma and Texas are forever beefing. Like, forever beefing.
Yeah.
To be the most country state.
Yeah, no.
Texas,
no. Texas for sure. Texas for sure.
Texas all the way.
Texas.
Yes.
We love Texas. Yes. Yeah. So again, not like paranormal necessarily, but definitely like creepy.
Yeah. No, that's definitely like. That's definitely creepy. That's real creepy.
Yeah. Never again. Never again. I think that was the trip like we came back from, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna fly after this. We're like, that's not for us anymore. We're not gonna do that anymore.
Fuck that shit that happened. We survived once. We're not gonna play
we don't
games with it twice.
Exactly. We don't want to tempt,
no
whatever.
tempting fate. No tempting
whatever
fate.
Whatever that is. But yeah, man. We couldn't have a spooky episode without a spooky little bevy to go along with it. Our bevy of the week this week is Witch's Brew, and it is so good.
Yeah, it's a lavender lemonade.
Yes.
With a splash of like grenadine.
Mm-hmm.
And I used, so it's lavender lemon, I guess like cocktail mix almost, but it's blue. So when you add a little bit of like grenadine, it makes it like purple. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we added vodka, obviously.
Obvious.
And edible glitter for funsies to make it like potion-y.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice.
Yeah. It's fun. It's light. It's refreshing. It's like a little crisp, fall bevy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if you would like to make this bevy, it is on our socials, so go check it out.
Yep.
And you can continue sipping along with us here.
Sip, sip, hooray.
So now we're going to be reacting to some Halloween themed Reddit stories.
I swear, the things you put me through, you traumatize me almost every time I see you.
I kind of like sprinkled some things in there, like
I have no like context going into these. I have zero idea what these are about.
No, she doesn't. I kind of do, obviously, because like I found like the story, so like I know what they're titled. I did kind of like skim the beginning of it. Mm-hmm. To see if it was like a good enough like story, but I don't know all the details, so this will be all of us reacting. Okay, our first story comes from Am I the Asshole?
Nice.
Probably.
If you have to post on there, you're probably probably
not gonna lie, yeah.
Anyways,
it's okay. So, this one is, am I the asshole for making my daughter return a Halloween costume?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We'll see. Like, maybe it was, like, inappropriate, or she got, like...
Yeah.
If it's daughter, I'm assuming minor.
Yeah.
So, they could have, like, gone to, like, Spirit Halloween, my bestie, and, like, got, like, a slutty costume or something.
Yes,
I don't know.
As one does.
Obviously, especially when you're in like high school.
Of course.
Okay, so this happened in October and my daughter is still acting cold and hardly speaking to me. My daughter, 16, works an after-school job 5 days a week. Her high school had a costume contest for Halloween. My daughter and her friends planned a group costume to enter.
Cute.
She went with her friends after school to buy costumes.
Okay.
I picked her and her friends up from the store, and they showed me their costumes. My daughter spent $80 on hers. I was pissed. That's a lot of money to spend on something you're going to wear for a few hours.
LOL. Wait till she finds out about dance recitals.
Right.
No, I did. Only slightly.
Yeah, right. Very irresponsible use of money. I told her as much in the car. Told her it was ridiculous. I dropped her friends off and took her back to the store to return the costume and accessories. Wait, so she got costume and accessories
For
the costume?
$80? I'm thinking this girlie got a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
For $80?
Hello?
Sis.
Her friends found someone else to take her place in the group, and they won the contest and a $100 Visa gift card to split.
Oh, no.
My daughter came home from school on Halloween upset. She claimed she had to sit and watch while her friends had fun, and she missed out on everything. I pointed out to her after splitting the gift card, it would be way less than she spent on the costume, and it was only a few hours, but she didn't want to listen to reason.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Now,
okay, yeah, finish it, and then I have
got it.
Yeah.
Now a month later, and she is still moody and mostly ignoring me. My ex-husband told me I made her miss out, and she worked so much she missed out on a lot of stuff with her friends, and I could have let her have this. But at the end of the day, I saved her $80. I was trying to teach my daughter how to be responsible with money. She could have gotten a cheap costume, especially since she would have only worn it for a few hours.
Okay. Firstly, this girlie is working 5 days a week after school in high school. Like, that's hard. Okay. Secondly, if she's working 5 days a week, $80 is not that much.
No.
And thirdly, what else is a 16-year-old paying for?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, is she paying bills? Does she get rent to pay? Does she got?
Yeah.
What else is she gonna spend her money on? She worked for it. Like,
I think, and like, also, keyword to this, it's her money. Like,
it's her money.
It's not like an allowance or she asked for money from her parents. No, this is her money. Like, let her spend it how she wants to.
And fourthly, like, it's not about like if she won or not. It's about like making the memories with her friends.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a core memory. Like, don't you remember like all those times where you did stuff with your high school friends?
Yeah. Oh, trust me.
You know, like
stupid ass shit.
Exactly. Okay. So,
but we have fun doing it.
Right. Like, she took away her chance to do, and to have to see your friends do that with someone else. Like, of course she should still be mad. That's so sad. I'm so sorry to this little girlie.
Well, OP was deemed the asshole. Yeah. Someone said, "You're the asshole. Congrats. You just strained your relationship with your daughter for $80 that weren't even yours.
Nice.
Hope it was worth it."
Nice. Facts, bro. That's sad. Yeah, that's a sad one. That's not spooky. That's just sad.
Well, but it was Halloween.
True. It is Halloween.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. Wow. Not where I thought that was going to go, though. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, oh my gosh. Can you imagine being like that controlling?
No.
Of your kid? Like, if my kid earned that money, I'd be like, great. Look at you go. Look at you. You could afford an $80 costume. Good job.
Just don't go buy drugs.
Yeah.
Like
right. Right. You know?
Kid, like, whatever. All right. Second story. So this one is from our paranormal. Yeah.
Okay.
It says, not the first time I have seen spooky stuff, but this was my first one-on-one encounter.
Okay.
Yeah. I worked late Friday, and it was about 1 a.m. when I decided to take an Uber, because subways are very weird at this hour, though it's New York City.
Nothing good happens after midnight. Or wait, is it 2 a.m.? I forget.
You know, that's a good question.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know either.
Anyway.
The city was safer before COVID, but lately it's been filled with awful late night events as there is so much lawlessness in late night New York. I'm on floor 51 and the elevator stops at 31 and no one enters and I'm hitting close.
Wait, 51? Is that like a normal building height in New York?
New York City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How tall are the buildings?
Some of them are like hella tall.
Okay. All right.
Anyway,
the
elevator stops at 31 and no one enters and I'm hitting close and then I hear footsteps. and I wait with my hand on the elevator door to keep it open, thinking it might be building security looking to go down. And here comes a firefighter who's in full gear and is filled head to toe with ash-like debris. But I looked at his feet and no debris was falling off of him, and there was no debris or dust on the floor, considering how dusty he is. And I look into his face. It's a white guy, and he has blue eyes, and I nod, and he nods. I said hi, and he doesn't speak back. And we get to the ground floor. He walks in front of me, and he exits the building. And I find it very odd, and then head out and wait for my Uber. Oh, so I guess it's an office building, not like a home building.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Then I go back in, and there are 3 security guys at the lobby, and I ask them if there is any fire in the building. And long story short, I tell them, listen, there was this firefighter in gear and filled with dirt walking right in front of me, and we both walked out together. All 3 of them swear they saw nothing. They just saw me coming out of the elevator and head out. I haven't slept properly since Friday.
Oh my God.
I already spoke to my priest Sunday, and he asked me to keep praying the rosary or have a prayer to Archangel Michael handy. I won't tell you which building because I don't want to give out my place of work, but it was one of the buildings which went down during 9/11. I changed the floor numbers to further...
What?
Obfuscate my place of... Jesus.
Obfuscate.
Obfuscate?
Obfuscate. Vocab word.
Whatever.
Obfuscate.
Okay, cool. That word.
Like confiscate.
My place of work. I have heard of others run into paranormal events at Ground Zero. I personally witnessed people in suits sitting by one of the pools, circa 2016, and then they vanished. But this one was one-on-one, and it's giving me nightmares.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like
that's probably like fairly legit. Or at least like wives' tale legit.
Like,
but,
I wouldn't be surprised if there were like so many people passed away during that. Like
thousands of people died.
Yeah, like and like in a horrible way.
Right.
Like, there a lot of firefighters lost their lives too.
Yeah.
So like it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Dude, that's so crazy.
Yeah. Well, and like they seem to be very like the spirit like seems to be very like coherent as to like what's going on, because like the fact that he said like he nodded, like I nodded at him, he nodded back at me, like how crazy.
That's crazy. That's wild, man. That's weird.
But also, can I say praying ain't like guy didn't, it doesn't sound like he's not writing about like experiences he's happening like back at home, so clearly he didn't like
it was like a site specific.
Yeah, so like why are you going to your priest, homie? Like
I don't know, unless he can like help the lost soul get home.
Yeah.
And get to the afterlife.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, because I mean also it's not like the firefighter was like evil spirit.
No.
Like that's not a, you know.
Yeah.
That's wild, though.
It is pretty, like...
It's creepy.
It would probably throw me a little bit. Like, I'd kind of be like...
It would definitely leave you, like, unsettled, for sure.
Yeah. But then I would, like, look back and be like, that's actually, like, really cool.
Right, though? Like, I think that would be, like, really cool. I'd be freaked out, but I would be like, oh, man, that was kind of...
like, it was a chill encounter. Like...
Yeah.
Considering encounters that I know of, like
right,
it's pretty mild. Like, hey, dude, like, hey, dude, hey.
Yes,
but yeah,
man, yeah, dude,
yeah. Okay, third story comes from our creepy encounters. Said, very creepy date experience. That's it. That's all we get. Yeah.
Bad. Already start off bad.
Yeah. As fellow women, absolutely.
Right.
So they said, we've all had bad dates, right?
Sure.
This is the only date I've had to date that rang every alarm bell and waved every red flag. I'll preface this by saying I don't go on many dates.
Was it my ex?
Could
no,
be.
Sorry.
I don't go on many dates, but when I do, I make sure I follow safety protocol by only meeting my date in public places, let either family or friends know where I'm going, and park in a populated place close to wherever we meet.
Sure.
If you're a fellow girly, these are just standard procedures,
right?
Like on any date that we go on,
right?
Like,
yeah,
I do every single one of those steps as well,
right? Common sense.
Yeah. Anyway, this date initially suggested we meet at his house to watch a movie, fuckboy, and have a few drinks. And I said, no, I don't feel comfortable with that. And I only want to meet in public. Good fucking girl. Yes. He seemed okay with this, but then brought it up a few more times. And I said, if money is an issue, we can meet up another time or forget about it altogether. Good fucking girl.
Standards, boundaries.
Although I would have been a lot meaner.
No, you are straight up savage when it comes to men. Like, no BS. Like,
I quite literally would have been like, well, if money's an issue, I can pay for you, sweetheart. I can take us on a fucking date.
Oh my God.
I don't need your money.
We love that. We love her. We love a strong, independent woman. Let me take care of you,
baby boy.
Baby girl. Nothing would make a fuckboy matter.
Oh my God. Absolutely.
I got you, baby girl.
Perfect. Perfect.
Anyway, NT-way.
Oh my gosh. But my date backtracked and went with my idea of meeting at a cafe I chose that I was familiar with and equidistant to where we both lived. Anyway, he turns up in a two-door car. This detail is relevant, okay? And goes into the cafe, and I follow behind and introduce myself. After a polite introduction, things begin to get weird. I order a Coke, and he says, "Don't you want to drink?" I was going to pop into bar, which is connected to the cafe, and get one. I say, "No, I'm not drinking," and he looks at me like, what the fuck? As if I'm being unreasonable.
Oh, God.
I already explained in messages I don't drink as I'm on medication, so having to re-explain it again pissed me off. Yeah, I don't...
Valid.
He's not listening.
Right.
He can't remember.
Right.
He seems disappointed and goes to order a cider from the bar while I get a fucking cider? A cider.
Okay.
What kind of... Who is this?
Okay.
So he goes off to order the cider from the bar while I get a table. Anyway, we sit down with our drinks and date immediately goes on about going back to his place again, even though the original plan was to stay here and order food. And I already stated that was not happening. He says something along the lines of having a few drinks and eating at his place. And I said, we don't have to eat. We can just have our drinks and leave.
Smart girl.
Yeah. He gets defensive and says he has money but prefers it if we go back to his. I make a joke and say, "You're not a killer, are you?" And instead of laughing it off, he stares at me uncannily and says, "You don't think I would hurt you, do you?" What the fuck? Either one or two things. He is a serial killer. Okay? Right. Or two, he thinks he's in some dark romance. And he's like the MC.
Like 50 Shades of Grey guy or something. Right? Or like Edward Cullen vibes.
Those are, well,
maybe not Edward Cullen vibes, but like, yeah, definitely something
like,
weird.
He's fucking Dexter or something. I don't know.
Like he maybe...
Yeah, get over yourself. I laugh uncomfortably and say, of course not. But really, I'm relieved this date won't be going any further. Date suddenly says, "Are you going to follow me in your car? Because that wouldn't make sense. How about we go in my car? But I've got packages in the front, so you'll have to squeeze in the back, and I'll drop you back off to your car after." Abso-fucking-lutely not.
What?
No.
First off. Okay, well, you can't... Firstly, you gotta sit in the back of my two-door car because of these packages, babe. Like, no. Come on. Secondly, he's gonna murder you back there. Like,
yeah, no,
for sure gonna murder you back there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe he is Dexter. He has tarp already laid out in his living room.
He was prepared.
He was.
Maybe.
He was. In reality, that made less sense than me following him in my own car and then driving home from this house after. The fact it was completely illogical made it even more creepy in my mind. Every alarm bell was going off at this point. I said, look, I don't want to go to yours, and your insistence is giving me the creeps. Date looks shocked, mumbles something about needing the toilet, and excuses himself from the table. A few moments later, I see him through the cafe window getting into his car and driving off. Massive bullet dodge, to my opinion. Also, the fact his car didn't have back doors made it even more sinister, because imagine if something happened in the car and I couldn't escape.
Oh,
Actually,
God.
yes.
Oh, God. Awful.
Yes.
That's terrifying. That is so creepy.
Yeah. I think, okay, from how she described his reaction, I think he really did think he was, like, the main character in some, like, dark romance novel. And, like, she was gonna be into it. But
who thinks that is gonna work? Like, no sane person. Nobody sane can think that would be, like, a good angle to start from.
Yeah. No, I also have that same rule. I never meet, like, someone I haven't met in person before.
Right.
In, like, a private area. I always go to a public spot.
Right. As you should. As you should. Be safe. Oh, my God.
Yeah, no,
dude.
I'm not.
Or my thinking was maybe, like, he wanted to roofie her. And that's why he was upset. Like, she didn't want to drink because he could have put the roofie in. And then was planning to, like, put her in the back seat to, like, hide her or something.
Yeah,
and then take her back to his place.
I need to know what these packages fucking are, though.
Yeah,
like,
why?
But also, like, why does he make it sound like his car is just, like, filled with trash? Like, I can see this car in my head because I have dated many of men.
Sadly, yes.
That have the same exact fucking a Honda Civic.
Oh God, it's always a Honda Civic, and it's a red
Honda
flag.
Fucking Civic.
Don't date the guy with the Honda
with
Civic.
like Taco Bell, McDonald's wrappers, and empty cups just like tossed everywhere. Can't even see the floorboard. Why is there always like a pack of gum somewhere?
Somewhere, yes.
Like
there's like a can of Axe body spray, like on the floor of the back seat or something.
And monsters.
Oh yes, of course, classic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, yeah, it's always the same guys, man.
But they're all that's so creepy though. Like just ew. Yeah. No.
From what it sounds like, he just thought he was like the main character. And like she was gonna be into it. He's like, I'm so cool. Like
glad he left though. Glad he took it upon himself to leave.
Yeah. Baby girl like embarrassed the shit out of him in a cafe.
Love that.
Go. I love it.
Yes.
I love it so much.
We're here for it.
Be honest about it. I love she's like, you're giving me the creeps.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. We need to call people out when they're doing socially unacceptable things.
Yes.
And hold them accountable for it. Like, why are we afraid to tell somebody like, hey, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that, or that's not right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't know. Applies to many situations.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure.
Anyway.
All right. Our next one comes from our Two Hot Takes, which is another podcaster. And it's, am I the asshole for kicking my boyfriend's girl best friend out of my Halloween party because of her costume?
Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah. Your boyfriend's girl best friend.
Potential red flag. I'm just going to leave it at that.
I mean, like, okay, there's like, for me, there's certain people who can handle that kind of a relationship, but 90% of the time, men and women cannot handle being just friends with each other.
Right.
You know, like, I'm part of the rare 10%.
That's because you...
But it also has to be, like, the other person, too. So, like...
Yeah, for sure.
A great example. A great example I like to give is like me and Julian or me and Skylar. Like
truly like a brother relationship.
Yeah. Like Skylar is like a brother to me. Yeah. Like there's nothing else that could possibly go on there.
Yeah.
But like we both have that personality where we can handle, and like the maturity too, that we can handle that relationship.
Yeah,
like
I think
same
that's
with Julian
I think
too.
that's a big component that was like that maturity thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
like being a mature adult.
Yeah.
Who can handle and knows how to have healthy relationships.
That's like,
you know,
so rare.
It's like so rare, actually.
Yeah.
And it's really sad.
For sure.
Honestly, that could be its own episode too.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway. Okay.
Anyway,
into the story we go.
So they say, "Hi everyone, I'll cut to the chase. I, 19 female, had a Halloween party over the weekend. I invited my boyfriend, 21 male."
Red flag.
Yeah, kinda. And
okay.
And a bunch of our friends over, including his girl best friend. I will call her Agatha. The shade being thrown at that name.
Agatha.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So, my boyfriend and I had decided to dress up as Peter Pumpkin Eater. If you haven't seen the costume, the guy wears a shirt that says Peter, and the girl dresses as a pumpkin because, well, you know.
Okay.
I had I was pretty excited just because I thought it was funny. It was a funny and cute costume.
It's all right.
I've seen it like, and they like smear like pumpkin guts on like his mouth and like his shirt or whatever. Like it's kind of cute. It's kind of funny. It's a play on words.
Yeah.
Agatha texted me the night before the party and asked what my costume was going to be. I explained the couple's costume my boyfriend and I would be wearing, and she replied that she would probably just come as a sexy cat.
Okay.
It screams pick me.
Yeah.
Anyways, fast forward to the night of the party. Everyone is having fun, and it's a nice time. Well, it was until Agatha walked in dressed as a pumpkin. She went over and hugged my boyfriend. I swear the room went silent.
Ooh, I would have
swung. Pissed. Yeah, bro.
Oh, absolutely not. Agatha would have been.
Yeah.
She would have been a smash pumpkin.
Yeah. I asked if I could speak with her privately, and she went into my bedroom. I asked why she chose that costume since she knew the details of the joint costume between my boyfriend and I. She said
she knew why. She knew.
Yeah.
She had a reason.
Yeah. She said she didn't see the big deal and thought it would be a better group costume. Sexual innuendo costume.
Oh, no.
Between a couple, and you're going to insert yourself into that? What the fuck?
That's a huge red flag. Like, this girl is out to steal your man.
Yeah. I told her I didn't think it was funny, and I would prefer that she change. I offered her a witch costume that she could borrow for the night. She turned red and started to yell that I don't get to control what she wears. I told her that she was disrespecting my relationship by insinuating that my boyfriend and her have sex.
Right.
She kept screaming about how it was funny and I needed to lighten up. I ended up asking her to leave. She stormed out of the house and I returned to the party. The mood had shifted and the night felt ruined. My boyfriend agrees that she crossed the line and is planning on cutting her off completely.
Okay.
But a few of our friends are saying that I was being dramatic and I should have let her stay. I guess I'm just wondering, am I the asshole?
No.
No, not the asshole.
No. Absolutely not.
Good job, boyfriend.
Yeah,
for like,
okay,
I'm gonna cut her off because yes.
That's
but
so
like
toxic.
These other friends, like,
cut them off, sis.
No. Like,
those are some bad friends. Let me just say, those are some not so great friends.
No.
Okay, my friends would never hurt.
Honestly, she reacted in like just the right way. Like, she didn't fly off the handle. She like brought her to another room in private, had a conversation with her, and little Miss Priss had to blow up.
That's how you know, though, too, like, that she had ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Like, if she was like, oh my god, like, I'm so sorry, like, I didn't know that you, Like, I genuinely thought this was gonna be funny. Like, yeah, I'll change. Like,
Yeah.
then it would have been like, okay, like, maybe she really just meant no harm in it, you know? But, like, the fact that she got so defensive and, like,
oh, absolutely.
yelled at her, like,
No, she knew what she was doing.
she knew exactly what she was doing.
That's just so, like...
unhinged.
Yeah.
Just, like, so crazy.
Yeah, I don't...
Can you
Thank God
imagine?
No. And, like, thank God I never had to. Like, I've never had to deal with, like, anything like that.
I love that for you. I
within,
love that
like,
so much
a
for you.
friend group anyway, I should say.
Yeah.
Like, I've never had to deal with, like,
yeah.
the girl best friend.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah.
Again, I love that for you.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That's so nice.
All right, our last story of the night comes from Our Petty Revenge.
Love. I love this subreddit.
And the
so
title is Halloween Horror Story or Hilarious?
much.
Question mark.
Ooh, 3 question marks?
Yeah, 3 question marks.
Juicy.
Yeah. So, they said, back in 1987, dear God,
The
you're
year
on the internet?
Taylor Swift was born.
When I was 7, my 13-year-old big brother took me trick-or-treating with him and his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
We were later joined by his friends, twin brothers who I'll leave nameless. They learned where their junior high principal lived years before
Mm-hmm.
and had a tradition of kicking in the faces of her meticulously carved pumpkins
Oh my god.
and slashing her tires.
What?
They made sure to wear masks in case she heard the ruckus and
What?
basically thought they were committing the perfect crime.
Yeah, they were committing a crime. It's called
Yeah.
vandalism.
Yeah, and slashing tires?
Slashing tires? Like, okay. That's not... Okay. All right. 1987. Were kids slashing tires?
Yeah, all 4
1987?
tires too.
All 4 times.
Bro.
I dug my name to side.
Pretty little souped up four-wheel
drive.
drive. Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly.
Slash the hole in all 4 tires.
That's
Yeah.
exactly the song that popped in my head.
it?
when
I love that.
read that.
You're welcome.
Oh,
You're
my
welcome,
gosh.
bestie.
Yeah. No, it's. Anyways, apparently she'd had enough and decided to get her revenge. She purchased 2 brass, I'm guessing the material, pumpkins, painted them to look realistic, and when one of the idiots tried kicking one halfway across Arizona, the only sound made was a crunch, followed by a blood-curdling scream. Several toes and bones were fractured. Even though I saw her curtain move, she never once came out of the house. The following Monday, the principal stood outside her office, and as students entered the building, when the broken brother, nickname brother's girlfriend gave him, yes, it stuck, most call him BB to this day, crutched his way past her with a huge cast on his lower leg. She, of course, asked, "Oh, sweetie, what happened to you?"
Oh, funny.
She also made sure to give him her brightest smile every morning afterwards till summer vacation started. Turned out she committed the perfect crime. They couldn't even tell their parents what she'd done without admitting what they'd been doing. And the icing on the cake is that she painted laughy faces, her term, on these pumpkins the next year and has every Halloween since.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks everyone for taking the time to read this. Hope you enjoyed it.
That's funny.
Honestly, queen.
Yeah, for sure. For
Halloween.
sure.
Because like Halloween's my favorite holiday, and if
Mhm.
you fuck with my decorations
That's just so mean.
that I worked so hard
I will cry.
to put up and keep up year round, because that's how serious I am about this holiday.
True.
Just
goes year round.
It legitimately, like, I'd be pissed.
Yeah. No, I'd
Be
be
like,
pissed
this
too.
Fucking asshole.
Also, like, can we just talk about, like, actions have consequences?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I'm just gonna say that. Actions have consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, being that parent and finding out, like, afterwards that your kid has been, like, vandalizing private property?
Oh no. I would have been like, well, yeah, sounds like you got what you deserved.
Yeah. And in fact, let me do more. You're grounded.
Yeah.
This generation, you just have to take away their phones and their tablets. They don't know what to do.
Crazy.
I'm legitimate. I have kids who don't know how to read a fucking clock.
I know. You know what? That's why in the studio, Julian and Skylar were like, just get digital clocks. And I was like, absolutely not.
No.
I was like, they need to know.
If they're going to dance at my studio, they're going to be able to fucking tell time.
Exactly. I'm like, if I can do one thing for the next generation, it's to make sure that they can still read actual clocks. Okay. And they're like, I haven't seen one of those in ages. And I'm like, there's one in my car. And they're like, dude, is your car old? I'm like, Anyway.
And that's going to be all the spooky tea that we have for this week's episode.
Make sure you tune in next week when we dish all about our dating icks and drama. And be sure to send us your dating icks to see if they end up on next week's episode.
See you next Saturday.
Bye, besties.